On with that 𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙖𝙣 we had in Poland. It was just like a Polish style 𝘽𝙞𝙬𝙬𝙣, but it's just heavily seasoned. Maybe make a dry noodle dish out of it, because lard is such a, not a taboo thing, but it's having its own renaissance right now.
Long story short, I'm trying to appropriate Polish cuisine and make a dish of my own, because I really like what I tasted there. That's what we Taiwanese do all the time, no? Some people call it fusion. To us, it's second nature. But is it really going to be that simple?
I'm gonna shave some shallots, because it's quite a waste when you have lard and shallots to not make crispy shallots. The good thing is, because the base seasonings are relatively the same, right? It's just salt and all these aliens. We can make it Taiwanese by adding your usual suspects, right? Like the 5 spice, a little bit of 𝘏𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬, just to like nudge it 5 degrees towards Asia. And then with everything else we're gonna add, like the vinegars, the noodles, the vegetables, then we'll land in Taiwan. If you look at any cuisine, really, Asian cuisine starts with ginger, scallion, garlic. You have the Italian sofrito, you have the French mirepoix. It's all the same idea. It's the basis of a flavor. It's the very minimal building block that you need to start with. So basically we took lard, cooked a bunch of onions, garlic, shallots, blended it, seasoned it. I was very heavy-handed with the 5 spice. I accidentally put way too much 5 spice, and then essentially made a vinaigrette out of the lard, and then coat noodles with that vinaigrette. So it's just black vinegar, lard, a little more salt, a little more sugar, and then a slight drizzle of chili oil. That's it. Shallots are good. Let's see about the noodles. Definitely not my best work. It's inspired by the 𝙏𝙬𝙬𝙬 in Poland, but I think I need to learn how to make actual 𝙏𝙬𝙬𝙬 first before I take these steps. You gotta learn how to walk before you can try to run, right? This is a very, very clear example of people trying to do something without knowing the fundamentals first.
It failed. No biggie. Doesn't mean I'll stop trying, though. Fusing different cuisines into something I like is kind of like my Taiwanese birthright.
The Taiwanese menu has been influenced by everyone who has set foot on the island. They include the Dutch, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, and even the local indigenous people. That is why it's not unusual to find Asian dishes mixed in with ingredients you may find in Western-style cooking.
I think fusion is one of those things for most Taiwanese gourmets and chefs. If you talk about it and you point it out to them, they would probably say, yeah, it's there, but it's because it's always been there, they wouldn't really think about it.
About being fusion? Well, nothing special. Taiwan is multicultural and diverse and this and that. I always say that that's because it's so unknown. That's why you think it's so diverse. We are really no more diverse than our Southeast Asian neighbors.
So how unique is this diversity in Taiwanese cuisine? Perhaps we should also try to investigate what Taiwanese food can look like moving forward.
I mean, it's been a decade since icons like popcorn chicken, guabao, and even bubble tea has taken the world by storm. My name is 𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙖𝙣. I am a Taiwanese boy who now calls New York City home. I run 2 restaurants serving my version of Taiwanese food I ate growing up, and I am constantly trying to find new ways to cook the same old things, and even create new dishes based on my experiences away from my childhood home. I'm sure there are others just like me, and now I want to understand how much more fusion can Taiwanese food really get? And why do we keep mixing things up? Here's a weird fun fact for you. Do you know that other Asians don't consider Taiwan's black vinegar as, well, vinegar? It's because it's actually a little bit closer to Worcestershire sauce. While we Taiwanese, we still use sticky or brown rice as the base starch, like the Chinese, Japanese, and Koreans, we infuse our vinegars with flavors such as tomatoes, mushroom, carrots, and malt, just like Worcestershire sauce. So it makes me wonder, what are we going to bastardize next? Look, nobody would ever dispute that Paris is one of the greatest food capitals in the world. But I'm not here to remind you about how tasty a bag full of baguette is. Rather, I'm searching for how the French might shape the next Taiwanese staple. I'm basing this off a hunch that we Taiwanese would likely all identify with.
Taiwanese people travel a lot. The percentage of Taiwanese people who has traveled abroad, probably I would say the top 5 in the world. In the US or anywhere else, they saw something somewhere. They saw it and quick thinking. They think, oh, this probably will have worked in Taiwan. Then they brought it back. Then they developed their own.
And in a culinary city like Paris, you can be sure you'd find a Taiwanese chef here soaking up the local sauces to do a new take on a dish you probably grew up with in Taiwan.
Christina.
Ah,
好久不见。
hi. It has been a long time.
Yes. How are you doing?
Perfect.
一进来就有家的感觉。你这装修花多久时间啊？
因为通通都是我们自己设计的，所以从设计到后来就是完全弄好。French efficiency 大概搞了半年多。
French efficiency 是什么？
就是非常的拖拖拉拉。
全部人都是，好吗？我可以看一下你厨房。
可以啊。But now the kitchen is a mess right now.
It's okay. It's a mid-service, right?
Clearly, you're totally welcome to stay to clean up right now.
I'm not sure I qualify for that either. I'm pretty much useless. So you have a combi oven, electric cooktop, fire, workstation, sheeter. I'm really interested in this sheeter.
This is where we prepare the bao.
Okay.
So even the bao, the bread is homemade here.
Do you make noodles?
Yeah.
How often?
Some noodles, not too much.
Okay.
But mostly is for the bao.
Okay. Christina, I gotta say, this kitchen is really efficient for its size. Can I see what's up here?
Oh yeah, but it's a lot of stuff. See how many stuff we have? Literally.
Goodness. This is the size of your kitchen. The size of your kitchen is smaller than some of the home kitchens.
I know, totally. We prefer to keep a short menu. So in this case, everything is fresh. Because for sure, if you have 100 dishes on the menu, there must be a lot of things that are not homemade or that are not made of the day. I will never serve something that I don't eat. I only serve the thing that I like. I personally, I'm gonna eat, and it's not because this is popular or this is gonna make money. I serve this usually is simply because I like it and I want to eat it as well. Both of my parents are professors in university. My parents tried to raise me in a very international way. So they had sent me to Australia to live for a while when I was a little kid. And henceforth, I started to live in a very international way and always craving for a different kind of life, for different kind of challenges, etc. So ever since I graduated from National Tsinghua University in Taiwan, then I went to United Kingdom for my master's degree in management. Then I was working for luxury fashion marketing. However, my dream was always to have my own business. And my passion was always about food, traveling, gastronomy.
What I find interesting is that Chris is using her experiences to reshape a Taiwanese classic, a dish that is also one of our biggest exports to the world since the 1990s, the 𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙖𝙣.
few Taiwanese dishes have become popular in the West, like 𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙚, the so-called Taiwanese hamburger. It contains pork, not beef. It tends to be pork belly, so at least the way it's served in Taiwan, it's quite fatty pork. And then quite a few powdery condiments are added to it, such as crushed peanut and even some sugar. And then the bun itself is made from rice flour, not wheat flour.
Maybe a long time ago, it was served in a temple service. It's offering God. So 𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙚, the original is about this big. But now in the restaurant, they sell 𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙚 version, like this. Almost bite size.
From a humble altar offering to the gods, the 𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙚 is now munched on by everyone, nearly everywhere. So what can Chris do to something that is already so iconic in its simplicity? I want to know where she's getting all these ideas from.
Vous avez un peu de pain au chocolat?
Hello.
Hey!
Good morning.
That's a French way.
I'm
2 times. So here we got French breakfast.
just straight up eat it,
Yeah. That's
or maybe I just.
look at the texture.
Where'd you get this from?
In the bakery over there.
You can still smell how fresh the flour is.
I know.
Is it like fresh milk? Or?
It's good, right?
I just need some butter. And then the morning is perfect. Cup of espresso.
Every time when we need to create something new, going to the market is certainly one way. So we visit. So while visiting the market, you will see what is the seasonal vegetable and fruits, and that is inspiring.
What's this?
Oh,
Like a
kind of
pate?
These, those are different kind of pate. So you see there are different ones like these or all of that. One of my favorite is this one.
That guy?
Yeah, this
What?
one. That's
With this the salami or
no, this one.
this guy?
Yeah, in a huge bowl. The
also like a
biggest
pate,
bowl
right?
here. You see, that's the biggest
What's
one.
in it?
Yeah, this one is a typical pate. So it's a countryside one. So it's the most traditional one, but the taste is really good. The most
Is it
authentic.
Pork? Mostly
Yeah.
pork? Can we
C'est le
try?
porc, non?
Can we try?
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Oh,
So good, right?
Canap avec des champignons dedans.
Ah, d'accord. This one is a mushroom inside.
this one?
Yeah,
Salapin.
and that's a rabbit.
I like rabbit,
You
but
like
I prefer duck. Thank you.
You like eating rabbit?
I like-
or having a
I think
rabbit?
they're
That's
cute,
different.
but they're also delicious.
Yeah, it is true. But it is very difficult to learn how to cook it.
Holy
C'est
shit.
le
There's
canard avec...
Foie gras et mouris.
Ah, il y a le
champagne,
foie gras
right?
aussi.
It's like got sweetness of the white wine. Oh. 好甜哦，真的好好吃。
甜吗？On voudrait prendre quelques fromages
Oui,
avec
avec grand
vous.
plaisir, oui.
Oh, merci beaucoup.
Pour les croissants aussi. Hein.
Alors, moi, je suis à métro Cardinal Lemoine.
Ah, d'accord, bah.
Mélange de la,
Alors, vous connaissez là le. Comment vous.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
mélange de la rue des
Ah, bah, je passerai. Hein. Et vous les rangez comment les pains au chocolat dans votre boulangerie? Par contre, les croissants, non?
This one's fantastic.
It smells good.
It smells mild, but it has such a strong and
Ça,
vibrant
c'est
note.
le...
Sorry.
Bonjour. J'ai mon ami qui est taïwanais aussi, qui visitait à Paris.
Enchanté.
Ah, parfait. Bah, See, now you speak French.
A little bit. A little bit.
They have beautiful products here.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna pick some seasonal stuff, then we'll see what we're going to.
So what are you thinking? Yeah, what are you thinking for your special?
For summertime, I'm more to the stuff like fresh. For example, some peach, cherries.
I have a soft spot for tomatoes. Like these,
Okay.
I look at this and I just think of 番茄炒蛋. Bonjour. Peach.
Oh, look at this.
It's cute. Can't really smell it. Well, let's get to work, guys.
So I was thinking, based on all type of stuff we have found in the market, that we can do another new flavor with our famous bao.
I'm curious to see like what the process of thinking, because putting cheese in guabao is kind of a no-brainer. Like you're in France, you want to do a fusion dish, you put cheese in guabao, but the things that she adds to that guabao is what really, I think is what intrigues me, and it really shows her general ethos on creation of food.
Right now, this is the season for beautiful fig and peach. So I thought, okay, now this is the end of July, the peak summer, so what kind of stuff will be really appealing for summer when it's hot, steamy? Then I was thinking, in French cuisine, if you want to go through the full course, there will be the starter, main course, and later on there will be a cheese plate before the dessert. So what I actually want to do here is like a bridge between the main course and the dessert. Cheese is something that would make it connect between those two. It's somewhere between the salty stuff and the sweet stuff.
Her philosophy is very much a fusion and very much of a hybrid, right? She wants to stick to a very basic set of Taiwanese rules. And by basic, I mean just like guabao, like a bun. That is as Taiwanese as the dish goes. And everything else is kind of like the wild, wild west. The le cordon bleu of her ideas. You can already see the different textures, right?
Yeah.
You have the crust of the bao, the creaminess of the cheese, softness of the figs, and the crispy crunchiness of the candied walnut. And all the thyme, and shall we dig in?
And it's not walnut, it's pecan.
Pecans. Pecans. I keep saying walnuts, man. Anyways, I probably wouldn't steal this for my own restaurant, but that's because my restaurant is much less fusion than yours. And so my customers would be like, what the I have to please them. At the end of the day, you know, I have to stay in business. I can't just piss off all my customers like that.
No.
But this is truly something special. This is really good. It's you've managed to take the best parts of a cheese plate and you made that even better by making it somewhat Taiwanese. The obvious stuff aside, like the decor, right? The Taiwan beer, the 大同电锅, the she has laying around. That stuff aside, I think it's in the mentality. Something just screams Taiwanese. And it's hard to put your finger on it, right? It's the pulse of the restaurant. It's the pulse of the energy that she brings and her staff brings. It's the way she laid out the kitchen, right? The way the cutting boards are stacked, the way the pots and the plates were stacked, it looks like you're in, you know, your primary school's friend's house and you know, his mom is cooking you dinner. That just brings me there. Dude, so every single mom I know in Taiwan organizes their kitchen like this, or at least their kitchen bowls and plates, in a pull-out cubby, just stacked on top of one another, with no real, like, kind of sense of strategic organization, but still very organized. It has its structure, but this pull-out cubby, man, brings me memories.
On the first year, 2016, when we opened the restaurant, back to that time, Taiwanese cuisine isn't that popular as right now in France. Every passengers passing by our restaurant, they stop by and they ask, so what's the difference between Taiwanese cuisine and Chinese cuisine or Japanese cuisine? For them, they cannot tell the difference at all. So I answer them one by one. For example, the basis of Taiwanese cuisine is already very fusion. We have the influence of all kinds of different regions of Chinese cuisine. And also we got the influence from Japanese cuisine a lot as well, and a lot of Western influence. Taiwanese cuisine is very creative, and also it absorbs a lot of different elements from other places.
A chef like Chris is experimenting with flavors of where she is now. But what about the folks who've gone back to Taiwan? What are they doing to shape the next phase of Taiwanese cuisine? I'm headed out to a new restaurant in Taipei, opened by one of our undisputed modern masters.
So this part 我自己觉得它这里像地狱厨房，就是在这边做这个热炉区的人是非常辛苦，是不是 Chris？ 还可以吗？可以。手麻会全部烧掉这样。就是我们的热炒的东西其实算蛮多的，各种面食类，然后所有的煎饺，然后我们都是在这边处理完毕。
𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙚 Social is one of Taiwan's newest restaurants. Is also the brainchild of a local maestro, 𝘏𝙞𝙬𝙚. First up, I gotta tell you, this lady punches way above her weight class. She was crowned Asia's best female chef in 2014, and her restaurants have been consistently rated the top 50 go-to places in the region. Born and raised in Taiwan, Chen cut her teeth learning from some of France's best culinary masters before coming back to strike out on her own. And you guessed it, she's got ideas. She takes inspiration from everywhere to create her globe-trotting Taiwanese menu. My bet is that if anyone can show me the future of Taiwanese cuisine, she will be at the cutting edge.
它其实就是台湾的，它是台湾慢慢弄的一个 burrata cheese， 它是台湾的 burrata cheese， 然后
慢慢弄是一个
作坊，一个 atelier， 一个 cheese atelier。
Got it. First up, burrata is a unique cheese dish from the south of Italy. Its main defining features are the soft exteriors that break to reveal a oozing mix of creamy cheese studs. It's one of the newest delicacies to have been developed in the last century, and probably the furthest thing you can think of when you think lactose intolerant Taiwanese cuisine.
因为你知道台湾人对于 cheese 啊，对于 salad 啊这种冷的东西，都会有一种不是很觉得不太美味的感觉的时候，所以呢，这个菜其实我就是想要把它做的是温热的，就是 burrata 是 cold right， 然后我旁边呢都是热炒的番茄糊，加上一圈的，你看它这个红油。
That dish is genius. That 慢慢弄 burrata salad, for me, was transformational. Because there is no dairy in Taiwanese cuisine. The creamy texture from Taiwanese cuisine is mostly from lard or cornstarch. She is using dairy, a very Western ingredient, burrata, super Western, but the idea that surrounds the plate, all the elements of it is very Taiwanese.
你对于你的菜，你会怎么把它定义？
我自己是觉得，其实我本来一开始是没有很设限，它到底是什么国家的菜。就是我每一天在吃饭的餐桌上，我自己会就是这样子回答的。因为我觉得这是一个台湾料理的一个特色，就是它会包容很多不同文化进去它的这个 menu 里面。我今天晚上吃什么啊？我今天晚上可能吃一个牛排，然后配上一个炒高丽菜。它就是一个不同文化同时出现在同一个空间里面，这样子的一种饮食文化，我觉得是很 unique、很独特的。那这一间店的发想其实就是根基于这样子的一个概念，它是一种很兼容并蓄的一种文化的撞击，所以它其实不是说啊，我只是用那一个国家的什么食材放进来，它就变成了一个就是𝙏𝙖𝙞 social 的一个料理，不是，其实它是文化，它是一个文化加进来，跟我们原本台湾的文化。
好的 fusion, it's supposed to be 1+1等于3 or more.
没错
1+1等于2的话 ，it doesn't make sense. 如果你的 product is only equal to the sum of its parts, then why do you bother?
The things that I like the best about her cuisine is the thoughts behind it. Because when you actually sit down and you taste them, you can It's like almost watching her create it from a third-person point of view.
蚵仔煎
Yeah， 蚵仔煎就是我们刚才讲到的。其实这道菜，老实说，就是真的花很多时间在做测试，因为它的 balance 是很微妙的，就是多一点少一点，一下子太腻了，一下子不够有趣，一下子这个蚵仔的味道出不来。那其实最重要在掌握这道菜的时候，有很多个元素，而今天很重要元素就是这个。粉浆，它煎酥之后的那种质感，
对，
还有蛋的香气，
对。
那 tortilla 呢，正好跟这个香气呢，它是没有这个香气，可是它有个蛋的厚实感，跟马铃薯的厚实感，它是一个很乡村的感觉。OK， 那所以你必须要保留这两个元素咯，就是你同时要有一个厚实感，可是你同时还要有这种粉浆的 QQ 的感觉，焦的感觉，酥香的蛋香哦，这个东西就是。这一整道菜里面最关键的几个元素，
真的是每个 element 都有保留到，而且对我来说最恐怖的，我用恐怖啊，就是这道菜 actually makes sense。
我们是用台湾的味道做起点，你在吃这个菜的时候，你可能看样子是一个 tortilla 的样子，一个铁锅出来的，但是你怎么吃一次觉得是像蚵仔煎 ？OK， 我宁愿它是这样回来，去联想到有一个怀旧的感受这样。
Through knowing so many Taiwanese entrepreneurs, ingredients, myself included actually, it's sort of this stubborn, fearless idiocracy that pushes us to do whatever the hell we want. And I think that's kind of what makes her cuisine Taiwanese. It's that attitude and mentality. Yes, she went to the Cordon Bleu so she could link Taiwanese cuisine to the French classic techniques easily. But all of that doesn't really matter, you know? Because what makes her open up concept after concept after concept of truly unique, distinct, and bold creations is, I think, that fearlessness.
这一道刚开始的 inspiration 是什么？
一开始我想做葱油饼
，OK，
我很喜欢这个蒜酥的这个概念。那它这个蒜酥就是我们一定是出了之后才能赶快放上去，不然它蒜酥软了，它就失去了这个 texture。一样是 texture 跟香味的问题。
你是用猪油炸吗？还是正常油？
啊，没有正常油，蔬菜油。我们是炸蒜油剩下来的这个蒜头。然后发现，这个蒜酥还是有很多的香气，然后 crispiness 就是可以给到很多 creamy 的东西，一些不同的质感这样。
I mean， 因为 hummus is like 80% fat, so it makes sense 你加辣椒油啊，
Yeah.
对不对？
对，你吃辣嘛，对不对？有趣，台湾菜其实真的就是一个 fusion， 它就是一个 fusion 的演进，各个地方的地区的 cuisine 随着这个政治的这个变迁，它来到台湾，然后呢，它开始在这边落地生根，用这里的食材，这些不断的演变，它自己有台湾自己喜欢的味道，所以我觉得我在做这个餐厅的时候，它的概念其实就是这样。那我觉得它就是一个台湾餐桌的缩影。然后我只是用我的方式把它做一些更有趣、更大胆的尝试，它就是这间餐厅的雏形。
There's a subtlety about the fusion with Taiwanese food. The mix itself reflects the diversity of the region.
I think Taiwanese cuisine is not just fusion in like a Western Eastern standpoint, it's also an Eastern fusion. So anything, I think because Taiwan is so used to immigration, like people immigrating, and then they just kind of absorb their cuisines into what is already local, right?
And that is never clearer than when you look at what we Taiwanese eat for breakfast.
If you look at this tray, it's literally a map of the greatest hits across mainland China.
But it is not accurate to say that the Chinese cuisine is the only big influence on our menu.
It's been a very eventful 100 years, so I would say probably I would point to Japanese occupation, and this is sort of when modernization led to things like soy sauce factories and rice wine factories, and when Chiang Kai-shek's army and all these refugees from China came over to Taiwan and made it their home in the late 1940s. That was another huge turning point because it brought so many different food traditions, and that's reflected a lot in the food today, from everything from wheat noodles and dumpling skins made out of wheat to xiaobing, youtiao, all these wheat things that was not eaten really in Taiwan before.
A great example is what I'm eating now. Dishes like beef noodles and soup may be icons of the Taiwanese food scene, but beef has really only come to the island in the last 70 years. That's a story on its own and deserves its own film. The key point is, we Taiwanese, we don't just graft these dishes as they are directly into our menus.
And you look at mapo tofu, right? You have the Taiwanese style mapo tofu, you have the Sichuan style, and you have the Japanese style. You also have Cantonese style mapo tofu. Each are very distinct. The Taiwanese style tends to be milder, a little bit lighter, a little bit more cornstarch, and that's just what the people prefer. We take your food, and we're like, hey, we respect you, we love it, but this is how we like to eat it.
But this is where I kind of want to roll back a little. Before the Chinese, Japanese, or even Europeans came to Taiwan, the island was, and still, home to many indigenous tribes.
And their influence is shaping the next wave of Taiwanese cuisine.
I heard about a restaurant in 淡水 in the north of Taipei.
这个就是 indigenous 的那个 bamboo tube rice 嘛。
My guide is none other than 𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙖𝙣, the prolific food writer whose talking head has been popping up across this series. Yeah, I'm finally meeting her in person, and technically, so are you.
这个的话叫做台湾苏喜，台湾 is an indigenous tribe.
And this is what? This is
这里面 traditionally it should be millet. Yeah.
This is beetroot flour.
So the indigenous part element in this dish is this beetroot shoots, flower shoots.
Okay.
Katie didn't bring me here to sample indigenous fare. In fact, it's the chef she wanted me to meet. 𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙖𝙣 is a Cantonese cuisine chef by trade. Now, he's trying to fuse indigenous flavors and ingredients with what he knows best, creating a modern take on traditional tribal food.
像我们这个就是很快速的，都已经好了。冰糖瓜的部分我们都已经先汆烫汆好，过大火炒，配料都在那边直接来，一道菜1分钟就可以出来。我们餐厅虽然是原住民餐厅，可是因为我本身是做中餐的，我做广东菜的，跟台菜。 所以我们用原住民的食材，结合不同的料理手法来把它呈现。
那这些东西的处理上、烹饪上、execution 上有很多的相同性吗？
大致上的流程都是一样，原理都是一样的，
就是不一样的原物料。
对，不一样的原物料。正常的台菜可能樱花虾，它可能是配高丽菜炒，我们只是把它转换成原住民的食材，我换成槟榔花。 调味上、风味上，其实基本上元素是一样的。
那思考过程当中，你是以原住民料理占得多，还是以你中餐的料理占得多？
原住民料理占得多。其实它的概念就是广式的也可以手这样炒饭。OK。然后说我们结合2种元素在里面，鲱鱼干，原住民原生种的红藜麦，然后做一个新的碰蒜跟火花。
那你炒饭是用蓬莱米吗？
我们是用那个台根9号。
台根9号，但是短米。
短米，
因为广东菜通是用长米嘛，
对，
所以这就是台湾菜加广东菜加。
我们还是在台湾，我们还是用台湾的在地食材。
了解。
我做这一行已经25年了啊。对，前10年的部分呢，我是做粤菜、广东菜，然后后来的话就是转念，为什么会来做原住民料理？就忽然有一次就是去台东花莲旅游，然后之后发现，其实原住民这一块是。 在台湾相对的是没有人重视的。台湾菜大家都会觉得只有台菜，客家菜算不算台湾菜？可是原住民菜它竟然不算台湾菜。可是它是在这个土地里面生活最久的人。虽然它没有什么料理技术，也没有流传下来是一些文化、一些背景，可是它就是扎扎实实的在台湾最久的。为什么叫原住民？台湾最原始住在这边的居民嘛，叫原住民。 所以就是刚好因缘际会之下，我就想说，那我们就来尝试一下不同的风格。我把原本的料理元素跟我学到的技法来结合看看。
He wants to introduce the other side of the Taiwan cuisine that maybe the world don't know. I mean, maybe even Taiwanese don't know. 台湾人那时候你开的时候也不了解什么叫做原住民，对不对？
就不要说国人了，连台湾。
Yeah, even for Taiwanese, when he opened a restaurant, indigenous cuisine doesn't mean anything.
So he's almost like, because Taiwanese food is having a moment in the world, but he is adding another wave to it.
Diversity, multicultural diversity.
He's like, hey, look here.
We also have this, hey.
This is Taiwanese food, but with an indigenous approach or twist.
I would just say twist.
Twist.
I would just say twist.
Not really
not approach. Because in the old day, they would just boil potato, barbecue a chicken. They wouldn't go and stir fry rice, would they?
Do you think this is an evolution of indigenous cooking?
Yes, but it has to be. Otherwise, nobody will come to eat.
它原本就是没有什么烹调技法，跟包装上跟上桌和呈现，它可能就是比较粗犷。我不敢说这是他们的风格。
对，就是
那我们要怎么样让它更有特色？这就是我想要做的事情。对，你说它这个东西没有文化，其实我觉得原住民东西是非常有文化。
超级文化。对，
光刚刚我们刚吃一个吉拿夫小米，对，那光小米记，它就是历史悠久。它每一样食材，像飞鱼也是一样，它有飞鱼季开始，它有禁止捕捞，它什么时间可以吃，男生女生可以碰不可以碰，它其实它有很多的文化禁忌跟一些风俗影响。那我们怎么样在吃这道菜的时候，我们可以介绍给大家，顺道带到台湾原住民的文化。
Can Chef Zhang's experimental approach to local indigenous food create a new fusion? One that can take the world by storm, just like popcorn chicken or bubble tea. How would that impact the world? After all, our best exports, including the 𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙖, have already left a mark in cities far beyond Taiwan. In New York City, for instance, there are many fans of Taiwanese cuisine. Some are even putting their own take on our everyday dishes, like a reverse fusion.
And the twist is, this is a white chef from Virginia creating his own brand of American Taiwanese food. It's not strictly Taiwanese, but it's like all the elements of Taiwanese inspiration is there. It's very recognizable. And it's not like they're marketing themselves as a Taiwanese restaurant. It's a Taiwanese American restaurant. It says it on the door. Like, they're true to the inspiration. They put on their own twist. And at the end of the day, it's good food. There's a 炸酱面, but instead of pork, they use lamb. In Taiwan, there really isn't such a thing. And it brings about a completely different flavor to this dish. It's really interesting. I love lamb. Brilliant. Should I serve you some, Eric? Sure. So nice. I am the owner of this establishment. Trigg is a dude from Virginia. Comes from a family that has like a really big house, right? That very Americana style of living. So his palate is a certain way. He spent time cooking in Virginia, but then he spent most of his cooking career in New York. And then when he kind of leaned into Taiwanese cuisine, he took the pre-existing techniques that he had and kind of infused it into these, to him, foreign ingredients.
When we were hanging out, you had to travel pretty far to eat Taiwanese food, and that just like was kind of what brought us together. We started kind of studying it, and we went to Taiwan together and started thinking about what dishes would connect with people in New York, in our neighborhood.
I grew up in New York, mostly in Long Island, and then in Queens, and I went to school in the city. Go to Taiwan, yeah, when I was younger. Try to go every year. And I also saw, I saw all these things going on. A lot of people popping up or doing, regionally specific, interesting types of cuisine. And so I think a part of everyone's mind maybe was like, Taiwan maybe can have a moment here a little bit in the city.
Look at the eggplant dish. 𝙏𝙖𝙞𝙬𝙖 is not a Taiwanese ingredient. Eggplant is. The batter is a rice flour batter with that very distinct crunch. You have peanuts and cilantro, very signature Taiwanese combinations, right? Pork is super Taiwanese, right? The way he cured the pork was very Taiwanese as well. But the Taiwanese people don't really cure pork other than making ham. So he's using like an Italian-style cure. But he uses Taiwanese fermented black beans with Japanese koji, blends it together, and it's his boldness to be able to pair these things that other people wouldn't even think of pairing.
We're not fusion, because that's a douchey word, but we are Taiwanese American food.
I think, from my understanding, just Taiwanese cuisine is like two things. It's like your grandma's cooking, or it's just the idea that you just take something and roll with it and make it yours.
Fusion. What a roller coaster of a word. But it's probably the best phrase to describe Taiwanese food's past, present, and future. It's a humble concept, really, birthed out of absolute necessity, evolving into the creative, cultural, and culinary expressions we see today. This is very much a process of trial and error. Not every fusion dish is going to be the hero we deserve. But maybe, just maybe, the beauty is in the fact that no matter how many times we fail, no matter how fucked up the idea, we keep throwing things at the wall to see what sticks. And with our ever-increasing roster of crazy talented chefs doing their own personal take on Taiwanese food, something will stick very soon.